let's open your attention.
Everyone, Joe T. Joe Tesserari, Two Eagles Auto Body. A lot of people ask the question how we get the name Two Eagles. It's weird. We first started off as partners with a Eagle Body Shop in Westbury, and that partner didn't pan out too well, so we got rid of that partner. Instead of changing the name from Eagle, it just went to Two Eagles. So that's how we got Two Eagles Auto Body. We've been there for about 28 years. In New Hyde Park, in the same place. We started off as a pretty much a 4-car shop, and now we're pretty much a 14-car shop. Offices upstairs. Pretty much everybody's been to my shop and seen it. A little bit about me: I've been married for about 20 years now. 3 kids. My son Xander's going to college next week, so it's exciting. And
Wow.
Going to high school, I know, right?
What college is he going to?
Albright.
He was a little boy.
Pennsylvania. So playing baseball, it's super exciting, yeah. So good stuff. Again, about the shop, been here 28 years. We use a paint system called Spitzhecke. It's from Germany. It's pretty much on all BMWs, all the German-based cars. It's a high-end paint, so we have good matching when it comes to color matching and stuff like that. People ask that all the time. Can you get the color? The color is on the car. There's certain variations to each color. We go into the computer and we use it to match the color, and then we have chips and stuff, so we pretty much get the color dead on almost all the time. If not, we're blending into panels if we have a difficult color. So today, you know what I do is, if anybody has any questions while I'm going, just please throw it out there. I always write stuff down so I don't forget. Difference between what we do, I think, compared to a lot of those big shops that you see out there. When you come to my shop, we're a little bit smaller than most places. I think we're like family oriented. Obviously, me and my cousin run it, but we hold your hand through the insurance process. I've said that since day one, since being there, and that's big. That's big because once the insurance company gets involved, it gets a little difficult to understand what's going on, and we hold your hand through it. I'm sure Mike does the same thing when he gets a claim, and at that point, what I was saying is, what we want to do is we want to keep the process going nice and smooth, because we had a customer the other day. He had a BMW, calls us up, and he got hit in the left rear. And in the left rear, the person who hit him, they said that there was a fly in the car, so there was swan at the fly in the car, right? So hit it to the left.
Okay.
So we say it's an easy one. It's 100%, right? 100% claim. So he goes and he has the insurance company come and look at the car at the house. They send him a check they didn't send him a check, but they told him he had negative $200 because of his deductible. So he only wrote $700, $700 something. He had $1,000 deductible, so the claim came back as negative $200 something. So again, if anybody has any questions.
So what did he do wrong? Like, what did he
So
do?
that's what I'm
First
saying,
thing
right.
he did wrong
So
was
first
have them
thing-
come to the house
Right.
and not the body shop.
Exactly, and we say that from, again, all the time, because we keep telling customers, if you get into an accident, please call us immediately. We'll tell you what to do and walk you through it. Because he had the insurance company come to the house and look at the car at the house, they obviously wrote whatever they seen real quick. They didn't take anything apart, so they just wrote, $700 something worth of damage and moved along. End result of the claim, after we finally got him to the shop and had the insurance company come in and then do a supplement, ended up being I think it was almost $6,000. So everything underneath, don't forget, a lot of these cars are built with a lot of plastic parts. So when it gets hit in the front, it looks like it's just minor damage. There's a lot of stuff behind it that broke, and then the plastic also returns back to where it was. So it could have gone in and then came back out. So the process of that claim could have been a lot easier for him and us. So it takes a little while for the insurance company to come down for the supplement. When the supplement comes down, we have to make sure we cross our T's, dot our I's, because now the car is completely apart, and they got to go over every piece with us and make sure it's part of the claim. So walking through that, we also do mechanical at the shop. If anybody needs mechanical, we do small, I would say, like oil changes, brakes, stuff like that, tires, rotating, and it's really for our customers. We don't advertise it. We don't want outside mechanical work. If anybody needs it, and when the car's there, we do a lot of oil changes, inspections, while the car's being serviced.
Does a great job.
Yeah. I wrote, so in the process of walking you through the insurance claim with that BMW, also the rental time becomes in effect. So when we walk you through the claim and we get the process to go a lot quicker or a lot easier, you only have 30 days usually on your policy for a max of rental. By the time the insurance company comes, parts are becoming really difficult to get. You can go to 30 days real quick. So if anybody does get into an accident, please call us so we can get the process to go a lot smoother and, you know, get it done within 30 days. So does anybody have any questions?
I always run into these people, clients of mine, obviously get into crashes, and they always say that, you know, their car was towed somewhere, and, you know, it's gonna cost some, you know, the guy wants money for them to pull it out,
Yeah.
storage fees or whatever, and like, what's that about?
Great question. So the car gets towed off a scene, let's say it's on a parkway from a tow truck. The tow truck company brings it to their facility, so it's safe. Their facility then charges the insurance company if you don't use that facility let's say bring it to us. The insurance company pays that pull-out fee, the tow fee, and brings it to the body shop. Don't forget, you have every right to bring the car to the body shop of your choice. There's never a case, and Mike, I think will definitely back it. There's never a case where they tell you have to use this company. That's, you know, the direct programs, like direct repair facilities, or people like us who are private and we're not affiliated with any insurance companies. So the direct repair facilities have a good hook to the insurance companies, but again, those customers still have the right to pull the car out of there, and they do not have to use that body shop. So
why don't you become like a direct, you know, part of the insurance company, like a direct body?
why don't I? Well, it's a good question. Again, it's awesome because you have a lifeline of work. You know, it's constantly coming from the insurance company. The problem we have with that is that we feel like our customer is now the insurance company, as opposed to you guys. And it is, right, it is. And we you know, we're restricted to what we can do. We're restricted to prices, we're restricted to parts. So we feel like having the customer, you guys, the person who owns the car, as the customer. We did venture to it early on and it didn't work out for us. It's not cool.
They guarantee the work for the life of the car,
We guarantee our work.
but not everybody.
Yeah, we do. So we're the same way. We feel the same way. That if we're doing the work and we're putting it back in your hands, you should be able to come to us if something goes wrong because of our work.
Like if it appeals
So
in 2 years.
we will 100% guarantee our work for the life of the car. And we've done. Pete?
No, go ahead, Kim.
I was gonna ask, can you talk a little bit about the classic cars that you work on? What are some of the unique things that you do there?
Yeah,
That's the cool stuff.
Yeah, we do a lot of cool stuff. So obviously I like old cars. I'm driving a 66 Chevelle. But we do a lot of custom work there. We're kind of tending to get away from it a little bit. We're trying to do one at a time because it takes up space in the shop and we've become really, really busy lately. So, but I love working on old cars. If anybody has any questions about old cars, classics, restoring, customizing, I do tons of that stuff. Pete?
So my question is, once our car is at your shop, you become like the attorney where,
Yes.
so when they call us and say what happened at the accident, we could pretty much just say, you need to call the shop
Call JP.
and ask them what, because they may ask us questions that we may say the wrong answer.
100%.
No,
So
you
when
have to tell the insurance company what happened. They're gonna call you for.
Yeah, there's always
Right.
when we have the customer in our office, basically, I'm gonna say all the time, it's always the same conversation. You have to do the first conversation with the insurance company, the recorded conversation. Once that's done and you sign the DRP with the DLP, we pretty much take over the claim.
What's
You
it
don't-
called,
you
the
don't-
DLP?
Yeah, it's a direct, the payment goes directly to us.
But I've had on my accident, they called and were asking me what kind of damage.
Right, no. you
And
just
I
need to
immediately
call, right.
said, you need to call Two Eagles,
Right.
because I don't know
Yeah.
how bad
Direction
the
of
damage
right,
is.
You can't drive, so.
Direction to pay, yeah.
How did you know?
So once you sign the direction to pay with us, we pretty much take over the claim. We have the right to take your car apart. We have the right to go over with the adjuster. All that stuff's in there in the legal terms that they would know. You have a question?
Yeah, my question is, now that the insurance are asking you questions.
Yes.
So what is the importance of the police report?
So yeah, the police report is just really, and again, so many things have changed. Police rarely write a police report now. I don't know if anyone's gotten to an accident recently. They don't even show up. They're like,
They're like,
as long as you
yeah,
can
figure it
exchange
out.
your insurance companies, they're totally cool with that. And what it does, what the importance of the police is that it at least shows you guys are there at the scene. I'm sure the lawyer Sal knows. At that time, they give a little bit of a description of how the accident happened, so it kind of can go one way or the other. If it's a good description, it's 100% of faults for somebody else. And again, we fight on that case too. Like we could always fight with the adjuster saying that it couldn't have been hit this way or the way it was written. So we definitely help out from the beginning. to the end, so. It is important that they're there, just to show that both parties were at that scene, so one couldn't just run
A
away.
lot of it depends, Bob, a lot of it depends on the police officer who shows up. Some of them
Yeah.
are very, you know, involved, and they'll take statements,
Right,
and
right.
they'll work it out. Other ones will just go vehicle
Yeah.
on, vehicle two, in a
Right,
collision.
Right.
Done.
And doesn't it
It's
depend
just
on the
like running to your
severity?
parents and saying, he hit me, and then
Right.
you say, no, he hit me, and the police are like, whatever.
Right.
Why I ask that question is because my partner, my business partner got into accident.
Yeah.
And the insurance now says it's not at
50-50.
fault. I mean that it's at fault, that the other guy is not at, it's
Oh,
not
wow.
guilty. But the other guy hit him.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's the
and
police report
now
was-
we
they
are trying
wasn't-
to.
Yeah, maybe the police report wasn't written right.
The report
or-
was written but in favor of the other guy.
Right, it's very important to really know what you're doing at an accident scene, it is.
But what does no fault mean?
Did he fall?
No
over?
fault.
I'll
What's
tell you,
no fault?
I'll tell you what no
fault
fault
is.
means.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'll tell you what no fault means.
Has nothing to do with.
No fault, yeah, no
fixing
fault
the
talks
car.
about who pays the medical, right?
medical,
Right, what
yeah.
happened was, before 1977, in the state of New York, when you got in a car accident,
Before I was born. I'm kidding.
Sal.
they had to determine,
know you know.
they had
Don't
to
worry.
determine
No fault.
liability, who was at fault, okay? And this went back and forth for months. Nobody got their medical bills paid, nobody got their car fixed, okay? So then they created the no fault law, which means no matter whose fault it is, your insurance company is gonna pay no matter what initially, and then they battle it out. That's why it's
Right,
called
yeah, that's
no
medical
fault.
and
That's correct,
Right.
yes, yes.
Well, I
Not damage, not physical damage, bodily.
Bodily damage,
Yeah,
yes. but
physical,
the-
if you have coverage, you have coverage, they'll fix it.
Yeah,
You're talking about
exactly.
bodily
No, the no
person.
PI,
is the
PI,
injury
bodily
What's the
injury.
bottom, right, yeah, bottom,
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what is
Ron,
the
I
comparative
want to
negligence
disagree with
statement?
that statement that Ron said. I know what no fault insurance is. It means the insurance company's not at fault no matter what.
You have a question?
And you have to fight them.
John has one question. yeah.
One final question.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, in addition to body work, dent and dings, maybe you wanna talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
that?
well, painless dent removal, yeah.
You
We
mentioned
we
that
do
one.
that a lot. Painless dent removal is we remove the dent without painting the panel, obviously self-explanatory.
It's that thing that
It's-
sucks
yeah,
it
we-
out?
No, we manipulate the metal, where it's never 100%, but it's like 95 to 99%,
I
where
gotta
you
send
can't
my
even
daughter
tell,
to
yeah,
you.
you can't even see it. So it's
Dent
really,
dots.
really good. We did it on John's Cadillac and it came out awesome, and it was a very difficult spot. I have one question for actually a gift, if
Oh.
anybody can say, so whoever raises their hand first.
Good.
No, I don't know if it's a question of the week, but, so if everybody's listening, what kind of paint, what's the paint company that I use?
German.
German base, but what's the name?
Benjamin Moore.
No.
Crayola.
Crayola. See, nobody was listening.
Wow.
It's German.
No, like.
PPE? PPE?
I do have one,
What was
I
the
do
name of
have
the
one
company?
thing to
Do you know the name of the
say.
company?
What's
What's the name of the company that I use?
I got
Paint company.
3M.
Somebody's
What? 3M.
No.
John should be able to know.
Benjamin
Alright, well, he's
Moore.
close, so I'll give it to him. It's Spies Hecker, it's a German-based company.
See, when you said it, I thought you were stuttering.
I just wanna add one thing.